Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Still Saved Show, where we break down the breakthrough with some of the most inspiring people on the planet who have some of the dopest stories of change and transformation. And boy, do I have a story for you today. It's going down. I finally got the one and only David Michael Wyatt. I had to corner him. Dog. I had to corner you, bro. Like, you are never in America.
Yo, listen, man, I'm blessed, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
blessed, man. I'm tired, but I'm blessed. You know what I mean? So it's I'm glad to be here, bro. I'm glad to be chilling on the couch with you, man, and just being able to chop it up with you is dope.
This is a comfortable couch too.
It's nice. It's
Like,
a vibe.
I'm literally gonna have to like think about where to get one of these. Yeah. And knowing Ant and Dom, for those of you who don't know, we're here at Houston's iconic vegan-based studios.
Yeah.
But knowing Ant and Dom, the owners, this sofa is probably vegan.
Right.
Like, no lie. I had no idea that furniture could be vegan, but
This is a real thing.
yes, bro, it's a real thing.
What?
So we are sitting on a vegan sofa.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel healthy.
Right.
Just sitting here.
Right.
But dog, let me tell you, man, I'm super grateful that you carved out a little bit of time to hang out with me. I've been following your journey from the beginning. I'm a huge fan of Tobe's.
Yeah.
I am now a huge fan of yours.
Man, thank
like
you, bro.
so many others.
Yeah.
You've been killing it, dog. You have been killing it. And not just as of late.
Yeah.
Right? You've been doing it for so many years.
Yeah.
Super proud of you. And just honored to be in your presence, bro. Do me a favor. Why don't you do, for the few folks who may not know who you are, like the one or two, right? Kind of share with us a little bit. Who is the man, David Michael Wyatt?
I'm a singer, songwriter, performer, husband, father. I should have said all that first because that's what matters first.
Don't get in trouble.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my wife. What up, babe?
Mm-hmm.
And my little boy, Dakota. Man, yeah, I'm just honestly just a guy out here trying to legit share his story to inspire others.
Yeah.
To encourage other people to understand that I'm no special person. In the sense of you can't do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm special. You know.
I think, and it's
But,
go
Hey,
ahead.
I'm not that like. It's not that you can't do it.
Yeah. Look, what I do is something different now. Nah, man, but that's what I love about you, bro. Like, for those who don't know you and those who do know you, know how incredibly humble you are.
Yeah.
Right? How modest. But when you sing, though, when you hit that stage, you turn into a whole nother person.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about that a second ago because you were just saying one of the craziest things that you've experienced as of late has been the people stopping you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell
It's
me a little
crazy.
bit about that, bro.
It's crazy, man. So just as you said, like people are finally starting to catch on. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
about time.
people are finally starting to catch on, and all things in time. So I'm not saying that that's bad, good, whatever. It is what it is, and I'm grateful. But yeah, so it's been. People are legit like stopping me saying, "Oh, yo, you're that guy.
Yeah.
You're that singer. I love your voice. I love your music." You know, and it's all encouraging. So yeah, so just seeing my name spread around
Yeah.
the country. Actually, what's crazy is this is one of the craziest things. So I was in London.
Come on.
And me and some of the band members, we were actually out there with Tobe. And this guy started playing one of my videos. And I'm looking around like, yo, that's me. So he's looking at the phone and looking at me. And he was like, it is you. You know? So
Yes, it is.
yo, I was like, you know what? We really out here right now.
Yeah.
Like we really out here and the brand is expanding and growing and stuff like that, man. So it's really a beautiful season.
As Tobe would say, name rings bells.
Hey,
name rings
we
bells.
out here, bro.
You know what I'm saying? London. I think y'all just got back from South Africa not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Yep.
Where's some of the other coolest places that you've been exploring as of late that you never thought you'd step foot?
Ghana.
Really?
I don't know that I don't think that I've thought that I would never step foot in those places, but Ghana was special for me. I loved South Africa. I really loved about South Africa because I was able to take my family.
Come on.
And my son, being 5 years old, is in a completely different country at 5 years old. Like these are things that matter to me. But when I was in Ghana, man, just seeing all the beautiful colored people, like just living their life day to day, just watching how they do things, and just they were really kind people. So I really, really enjoyed my time in my
Yeah.
space in Ghana, man. And the concert was absolutely incredible.
Oh, I already
It
know.
was incredible, bro. It was us, Tobe, Erica Badu, Chance the Rapper,
Mm.
T Pain, it was crazy. And it was like over maybe 60,000 people out
Yeah.
there, just out there standing outside,
Yeah.
just waiting, So it was a beautiful
60,000?
like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might be pushing just a little bit, but I know it was
Nah,
over
bro. Look,
50,000.
I feel you. I feel you.
But yeah, man, like it was beautiful, man. So that has been one of my top places so far.
Yeah. So has that been one of the biggest crowds you've been in front of?
Uh,
60K is a lot.
60K is a lot. How many do you? I did the Miami Dolphins national.
Okay, cool. That could probably push
Uh,
70, 75.
Yeah, so that was their opening
Yeah,
game.
because you think about it, we
No.
were at NRG with Bun, and during the Southern Takeover, that
Yep.
was about 75,000.
Yeah,
at
so, but
NRG.
I didn't do that one.
Yeah,
But that was.
I mean, I
that's you
was
out
just
here
taking
being big time.
pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, I snuck my way on stage, though.
That's you out here. You know what I'm saying?
I did. I wasn't supposed to be
you
there.
out
Like,
here
let's
with
get
the
it.
numbers.
Let's set the record straight. Like, I kind of finessed my way on stage. Banner was like, "Hey, look, just stay by me." I was like, "Bet." Like, they say David.
Yeah.
They talking to you, but my name is David too.
Good
so
night.
I'm pulling up.
Yo.
But nah,
Man.
man, it was crazy how I ended up out there, man.
Yeah.
But no, man, that's a lot of people. Do you ever get I don't want to say nervous, bro, but do you still kind of get those butterflies from time to time
Absolutely.
that fuel you?
Absolutely. Every time. I don't know if they fuel me, but I do get butterflies until. So it's a stopping point for me typically. So any singer, entertainer, or any person that stands in front of people, you kind of have a pre-thought out process how this is about to go.
Yeah, yeah.
So for me personally, I can tell if it's going to go how I thought by by that first maybe minute and 30 seconds, 2 minutes into the song, or just interacting with the crowd. I can kind of tell how this is about to go, and the longer, because I've done it long enough to be able to kind of maneuver and be able to change on the spot. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely still get nervous, bro.
Yeah, that's the beauty of a true professional. We understand that things go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think that defines a professional. Like,
Yeah.
that's your moment when stuff doesn't go right.
Right.
How do you handle it?
Absolutely.
Anybody can handle, like, when you have a plan.
Yeah.
And you go according to, anybody can follow a plan.
You're right.
But what do you do
When it all goes wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And every room is different.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So every energy in the room is different. You know what I mean? So just being able to, for me, I call myself a filler. So I'm trying to feel what's in this room so that I know what's about to happen, or what this connection here is about to be, so that I can do this. You feel me?
Ooh.
So that's my thing. That's my superpower.
Okay, so I just got chills for a second. Talk to me about this.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this real quick.
Yeah,
all right?
because
I want to know about that part. And what this means. You know, I
absolutely.
know what it means.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
Absolutely. So this is just me hearing what I feel like God wants to do in this room. What I feel like God wants to do through me as a conduit to his people.
Come on.
No matter what stage, no matter what I'm singing, it's always an assignment, and it's always purpose in it. So as long as I'm connected here, then I can connect here. Generally, most in all times. Now, sometimes this could be a little cloudy.
Come on, let's just be
because
real.
just leading up to the stage, leading up to whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? Life happens. So sometimes this can be a little cloudy, and I may miss it. But if I'm dialed in, bro, and I try to always be dialed in, because I feel like people deserve me being dialed in. So I try to always be dialed in and connected to what he wants to do in the room.
Yeah.
And that's why I always go into the room knowing that this is a different room. Even if I've been in the room, the people are different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know who's in the room, or even if the people are the same, I don't know what they're dealing with right now.
They're
So
coming in
let
with
me
different situations,
Yeah.
different experiences.
Yes.
Even if you sing in the same song,
Even if you
it's
sing
the same performance.
Bruh, so that's crazy that you say that, because people come up to me all the time asking me about the song Hydration. Like, what does it mean? Well, how does it go? What, are you singing to God? It has so many different interpretations for people. And I feel like great songs do that. Like, you can hear a song and you be like, oh, it means this, but you can listen more and you can find another revelation in that song. It's kind of like the word of God. Like, you reading these scriptures and you reading, you're like, yo, I've never seen that.
I've read
Like,
this a million times.
this is what that, oh my God. So that's just for me, that's just how the Spirit works, man.
Ooh.
So this connection right here is extremely important for this connection.
Come on.
So yeah.
I'm loving it, man. So how do you stay dialed in? Like practically speaking, because I know I talk to a lot of like incredibly profound philosophical people who can hit me with the abstract concepts. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Sometimes we can speak over people sometimes.
Yeah.
But how do you practically, bro, stay dialed in?
Man, I had to learn what works for me. So I'm personality wise by nature introverted.
Come on.
Now my gift is not necessarily introverted. I'm extroverted in my gift. So for me, before hitting the stage, I have to have time to have been by myself and just a time to where I can quiet my mind, still my mind. It's all in my process now. So for me, that's how I kind of stay connected. And then I just, of course, so the real answer, let me go back because the real answer to staying
That's
connected.
what I want, Dave.
Yes.
Come on, bro.
The
Like, don't
real answer.
give me the real.
The real answer to staying connected is striving to live a lifestyle of connection.
Oh, yeah. Because
That's
the
the
word does say
real
pray
answer.
continuously,
Yeah.
right? And obviously, when Paul penned that, he didn't mean, all right, we just need to be on our knees praying
Yeah.
24/7, right?
Yeah.
To pray continuously means to live a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, man,
connection.
of consistent,
Mm.
honest, denying myself daily.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm perfect at it,
Look.
but the reality is that's how I stay connected, and it's a job. You fall in love with it because you see the benefits and you reap the benefits of having to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it is a job. Like being called to people is a job.
Yeah.
It's a job, So that's how I staying connected. So before the stage, I need that moment, but that moment wouldn't even matter if my life every day wasn't intentionally trying to stay connected. You feel me?
I refer to it similar to like athletes, right? Entertainers and performers have very similar like analogies as athletes. But
Yeah.
you think about Steph Curry, right? One of the greatest shooters of all time.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't win games and make shots in the game.
Yeah.
He wins games and makes shots in practice.
Yep.
Right. And I remember back in the days when I used to teach, I used to tell my students the same thing. I was like, you don't pass the test when you show up on test day.
Yeah.
You pass this test at home when you're doing your homework.
Yeah.
You pass this test when you're listening to me,
Yeah.
pay attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You pass this test when you're doing this work, when you're asking questions. When you take the test, you're just taking it.
Yeah.
When you're performing, you're just performing because you've lived.
Yeah.
Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
No,
I'm not a
facts, bro.
performer.
That's facts. It's and I like that you use the word prepare because it's all in preparation.
Yeah.
That's you. You hear the saying, "I stay ready to have to keep from getting ready." You know what I'm saying? That's the saying. So in staying ready is preparation.
Yeah.
Staying ready is me doing what I have to do to keep my mind clear, to keep my heart clear, to keep my life as pure as I possibly can.
Yeah.
In order to, when I step on a platform or any space, whether it's a big platform, small platform, whatever, in front of people, period, to be able to have that open line of communication.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt, man. I got off on several tangents.
Yeah.
None of those questions were planned or prepared. I just been, this is what happens when I
Yeah.
don't see you that often. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I just had, I wanted to catch up, bro.
Yeah.
But man, I said this earlier. You've been killing it. You follow your IG. You've been everywhere. You've been on like some incredible stages and platforms. Family life is intact. I respect you as a husband, as a man, as a father. And it appears that everything is perfect, right? and it might be. But take me back, bro. Take me back to a time when it just wasn't as glamorous, when the calls, weren't coming in continuously, when the gigs weren't flowing in, when the people weren't stopping you at the airport. You know what I'm saying? Take me back, dog, because I know it ain't always been.
It wasn't that long ago. No, I'm just tripping. So it's
I know you aren't from Houston, but you've lived in Houston for quite some time.
Yes, I've been in Houston for 12. I think it'll be 13 years in May.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we claim you.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
We got love for you.
I love y'all. Houston has been extremely good and kind to me. Thank you so much. Man, taking you back, bro. Like, I think for me, going back is not knowing who I was. Because and that goes all the way back to childhood. The things that I went through as a kid, being molested as a kid. I've never shared this like publicly, but
Man.
I knew that the time was coming. I felt
Yeah.
that it was getting closer
Yeah.
to me to kind of start expressing and showing who I am. So I'm cool with sharing it.
Yeah. 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 It's like you didn't gone through
I've so
the
going
trauma
going
and
through
gone through
that
the healing and
but it's continuous. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
that's leading up to that. But I'm just trying to take you all the way back to that to help you understand me not knowing who I was product of those things. Rough childhood, not necessarily a rough childhood. I shout out to my mom. I had an amazing mom. And I know my dad, you know what I'm saying, but I didn't grow up with my father.
Sure.
So it's typical story, maybe for African American male, kind of. I don't want to just throw that out there for everybody because we have some good people, but that's my story. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my story and all of those things, bro, had me jacked up in my mind with the trauma. All that kind of stuff. So not knowing who I was. So it wasn't until I started realizing who I was, who God called me to be, the type of artist I was supposed to be, and the things that I should be saying or not, that people start recognizing me.
Yeah.
So I put all that together. So in those dark moments, so yeah, I definitely had to go through the therapy. I had to go through the prayers. I had to go through the hard conversations. Of just talking and just really trying to dissect why I thought this way, why I act this way. What is my reason behind that? You know, so it's still a continuous
Do you mind
thing.
sharing, like when you say why I act this way, why I thought this way, do you mind sharing a little bit about what like this way was? Like what were some of those behaviors that you weren't proud of? You don't gotta get too deep, bro.
So I think some of the so just and I'm gonna speak publicly like what those behaviors would be for me in my field would be accepting things as far as engagements, gigs, stuff that don't cater to my purpose, that don't cater to the brand that God has really called me to do. And I count that to a lot of people don't know, but I did Sunday best. So and I don't say that I just shouldn't have did it. It's really just what it is. It wasn't really the vein and direction that God really had for my life because I'm not really a competitive singer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not my heart. Like I'm not out here trying to compete with nobody.
Sure.
You know
and
what
I'm
I'm saying?
sure that there was some stuff that they probably had you doing in terms of
So many
optics and
things.
things that
So
you
many
just
things
like,
to the point to where
it
I
was
was
almost
like,
like what when Saul tried to give David his armor to go fight Goliath. He's like, bro, I can't wear this. Like, give me my slingshot.
So it was me trying to be something that that people applauded. It was me trying to be something that people applauded, but it was not who I was supposed to be. So that's what I mean when I say doing things and the actions. And because even in my own mind, I'm thinking, oh, this is good.
Right.
But there's really no
It's a
fulfillment.
national platform.
It's a national platform.
The
notoriety.
I'm getting awareness.
Yeah. And that's no shout out or no put down to Sunday best because I appreciate it.
Right.
And I appreciated the lessons. But just that type of stuff, finding myself in jacked up relationships that, bruh, this is not going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, so just different things that life threw at me that I did not know how to handle because of my thought process and how I think on things and rationale things because this is what I was taught and this is how I've done it for years. So just trying to undo all those things to find out who I really am in my core was the work and is the work because it's a continual.
Come on, bro.
It's a continual unraveling.
I know how difficult that can be.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of trying to climb some sort of ladder of success.
Yeah.
And we do it in the name of this will get me recognition. But knowing it's not but how good is the let me just ask this. And again, this wasn't planned, but how worthy or how valuable is that recognition if it's not your recognition? You know what I'm saying? If it's not the if you had to dress up and do all this other different stuff that's not you, are you willing to continue to do that over and over again? Because the moment you stop,
man,
where's their recognition going?
Man,
I always tell artists and people like that all the time, bro. I'm like, man, listen, if you have to do all this to get in the door, are you going to be able to sustain that when you get in? Like, are you going to be able to keep doing that to stay in the door?
Bro, it's the battle of not knowing who you are. Because if you're showing up as somebody else, there's no way there is absolutely no way that you can keep that going.
No.
This is why artists, entertainers kill themselves.
Yeah.
This is why they're committing suicide. One of the reasons, because you're showing up as your representative and catering to the applause because it's applause, but it's not who you are.
Yeah.
And there's no fulfillment in it. So eventually you're going to fall and you're going to break because that's not your weight. You carry, just like you said, you got on another man's armor trying to fight a battle that's not your, that ain't really, it ain't even your battle. Like your battle was over here in this armor that you should have on, but you over here in this man's yard, you know what I'm saying, trying to do this, and you're gonna lose.
Identity, man. You know who really helped me with that? Like, and it's ironic, but Tobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and E really helped me with that.
Absolutely,
really,
bro.
really dark
Shout
season.
out to that's family. Yeah.
Oh, you already know, man. You already
Yeah.
know. And you know, that's where all this was birthed from. You know, just trying to fit in,
Yeah.
trying to be certain things that I wasn't. Again, you know, not necessarily wanting the applause and the acceptance, but sometimes it was chasing the success.
Yeah.
You know, I've turned down so many careers and opportunities and engagements over these past couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, and the money was right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about like career
Yeah.
type stuff.
Absolutely.
And I even walked away from one not too long ago.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't right.
Yeah, man.
The alignment had to determine my assignment. But like you
Jeez.
said, bro,
Yeah.
I couldn't get there until I was here.
Yeah.
The moment I started making sure this was right,
Yeah.
and it took a while. It wasn't like this.
Yeah,
Like, let's just get it. Let's just be
Right.
real. It took some time.
Yeah.
I joke around with folks all the time. Like people say, "Hey, man, you know, when you fall off, how'd you bounce back?" And I thought about it for a second, and I was like, "Bro, there wasn't no bouncing involved. Like, let's just be real. I'm not a basketball.
Yeah.
Like when I fell off, it was like more of a splat.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I laid there on the ground
Yeah.
for a little bit. Somebody had to come scoop me up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And you know, and Tobe was one of those people. He's
Yeah.
like, "Meet me at the gym."
Yeah.
Meet me at the gym. It wasn't spiritual, bro.
Yeah.
It wasn't like over the top. He was like, "Hey, let's pray. Let's sing
Right.
some hymns."
Yeah.
He was like, "Meet me at the gym, dog.
Yeah.
You either coming or you not."
That's it.
And you know, I fought my way out of that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, man. And it's for me, it becomes a pivot because obviously you've taken a wrong turn somewhere.
Come on.
So you walking down this way. So now you got to change the direction. And what you said, like when the connection is here, and the reason why it's different is because this changes your vision. This changes the clarity. This changes your perception. This changes what you see because now you're looking at yourself differently. You're looking at yourself differently, so your value automatically goes up.
Yeah, man.
Your value automatically
Yesterday's
goes.
price.
Listen, listen to me.
Come on.
Listen to me. Like, and you understand. All right, now you're not pressed about. All right, Lord, you know I got this coming, and that would take care of this.
Come.
But I also know that you telling me no to this, and this ain't really the way that I go. But after so long, you get used to it. You be like, all right, nah, that ain't it. And then you realize, okay, that's not it because, this is even better.
Man,
Down the road.
you know what I realized after, you know, suicide attempt, going through depression.
Wow.
You know, when you go through something like that, like that's traumatic as that, you know, when you start talking about losing a job or losing a car or some of these material things, you just be like that stuff don't really matter, bro. Like I've learned because I've had that happen. I've lost cars.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in situations like that. I've had thriving businesses, millions of dollars. I've had, you know, I ain't had no bankruptcies, you know, but I was on the verge of one, you know what I'm saying? But when you're there, I realized that like it ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you lose a business or you lose money and you get it back again, you realize like it's just money.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just money.
It's just money, man. It's just money. So, like, what was that process like of climbing out, right? Like, you talked about realigning and the pivot.
Yeah.
How did, you know, your faith help you to kind of make that pivot, especially in a career, too, where, man, I don't want to say God ain't welcome, but he ain't, like, celebrated publicly. You know what I mean?
He's not. Yeah. He's not. Absolutely. I think community, man, I started building community and like-minded people.
Yeah.
That was important for my coming out. It was extremely important for my coming out because, like I said, I'm introverted, so I'm good being by myself.
Come on.
I'm good being by myself, but I understood being by myself was not serving me
Come on.
the way that I needed it to serve me in this season. So I started watching how God started sending people my way. Now, these are people back in the day, I'm not hanging with you ever. We wouldn't be friends. We would not be friends. But
Yeah.
I started realizing God started showing me like, yo, he got something you need. So I had to force myself to start sticking around. Now I've fallen in love with these people and we like brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're legit like, so it's so I had to understand that I can't do it by myself.
Yeah. There you go.
I can't just do it in my own strength. So once I started developing the community, I had the way to bounce things off of people. So I'm talking and I'm saying, they said, no, that's dumb. That's stupid. Don't do that. That's trash. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
It sounded good when I was by myself. You know what I'm saying?
When I'm by myself. So once
my ideas are brilliant, bro, when I'm by myself.
Incredible.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, this about to be so fire.
Oh,
you
man.
let somebody hear and that's like,
look, I think I sing like you when I'm in the shower.
Bruh.
Look, listen, when I'm in the car by myself, what? I hit that falsetto, man, dog.
Yo,
look.
Yeah, so that was my pool, man. Like I had to open my world up. So for me, that was different. So I guess the answer to the question is I had to do something different to get these different results. So yeah. I had to build community and really just live and be transparent in the community. You know, vulnerable, honest in the community, and not ashamed of any of my life.
Yeah, because what they say, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Yeah.
You know, I'm guilty of that from time to time due to being comfortable, complacency, and getting mad when I ain't growing.
Man.
But having to make a shift, having to make a change.
Yeah.
Man, you've definitely been the model for that in terms of the growth and the progression.
Yeah.
What is one thing you learned? Let's say, for instance, like, you know, up and coming artist in similar situation who aspires to, you know, develop a successful career.
Yeah.
Because it looks a lot different these days, right?
Yeah.
But what would one thing or one piece of advice be to somebody like that as they're developing, right, as an artist? Business side, let's assume they have the technical stuff down, right? Let's assume that they at least have the gift.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I would say one of my biggest things that I think I've learned, bro, is my strength is for service. So I've served another man's gift even now to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And by serving, I've learned lessons that I know has pushed me far past anybody who don't do it. It's allowed me opportunities. It's allowed me rooms. It's allowed me stages that don't come for everybody. So I could think all day long that it's my singing, and I'm grateful to God for the gifts, but I know for facts that it's because God allowed me spaces, and I've taken advantage of spaces to the point to where I've learned this lesson to the point to where I hit up people now saying, hey, what can I do to serve what you're doing? Mm-hmm. And I go in expecting nothing.
Yeah.
So that's my answer to it. Serve another person's vision.
Come on.
Serve like somebody that's doing what you want to do. Serve that vision. Don't go in expecting nothing in return. I'm not telling you to leave your job to serve it. I learned this lesson. Most people know, a lot of people know, because I used to sing with Brian Courtney Wilson.
Yeah, that's the homie.
Yo,
right
that's
there.
my.
He was just
dude.
kicking it with me a couple months ago.
That's my dude, man.
I got so many little clips from his interview, bro. It's crazy.
Yo, he's that dude, man. And
he started interviewing me. I'm like, Brian, it's not time for this right now.
Right, that's him. So he was the first person. He wasn't the first person that I served, but he was the first person that I felt like the Lord told me to serve.
Yeah. You heard that call.
I heard like, yo, you need to serve right here. And I did whatever Brian needed me to do in the capacity of serving. Like, and I would go, he wasn't paying me nothing. And I wasn't asking for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would do like road manager stuff. I ain't never road managed in my life, you know, but I was out there learning how to road manage. But now I can tell my road manager the things that I need. You know what I'm saying? And how to effectively do. So it all works. It all works if you just learn how to serve.
Yeah. No, a lot
of people don't know how to
always
serve, bro.
said the secret to success is service.
Yes.
You know, and it's scary because in this generation, it's all about the entrepreneur. It's all
Yeah.
about the boss up. You know, everybody want to be their own boss. And I used to joke all the time because we had I claim to fame, if you will. My first successful business was a wedding firm.
Yeah.
Right, we had DJs, photo booths, all that
Yeah.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I went from everybody was like, "Oh man, it must be great to be your own boss." And I was like, "Bro, like you have one boss? I got like 350
Right.
bosses.
Right.
Not to mention it's 350 brides.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, like I would trade
Yeah.
positions with you any day."
Yo.
But it came through service.
Yeah.
All the success that I've ever received, and I know Willie Morris shared this, E has shared this, so many people have shared this gem. It's like if you don't know what it is you are to do, go serve.
Man.
Go join somebody else's team.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
you'll learn so much
Yes.
there.
Yeah, man. It's facts. It's facts. And that's been so I tell any aspiring artist, go serve somebody. And your service does not have to be singing. You don't have to be singing to serve. You don't have to be on the stage to serve. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody even knows that this is what you're doing.
Look, bro, I'll say one more thing, because I got this from Kiati.
Yeah.
He was like, man, you know, even for like artists, right, like rappers, everybody want to get on stage. They want to do things. Sometimes, like your ticket in, find out what they need. You know what I'm saying? Like find out what is needed.
Yeah.
They may not need you to hit the stage.
Yep.
That's how I became a photographer.
Yep.
I'm a DJ by trade,
That's
bro.
crazy.
But more people know me nowadays
As a photographer.
Wow. Like, I'm not even, I will tell you quick in a heartbeat, I'm not a photographer. I'm just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
This helped get me out of depression.
Yeah.
This is a passion project for me.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, next thing you know, here comes
here.
Bun B, David Banner. I'm 75,000 people. I'm like, how did I get here?
Yo.
Like, how did I end up here?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to find out what it is that they need
Yo.
and then fill that need. And and again, like E and so many people say, your gift will make room for
Absolutely, man.
And I'm sure now you've been in some rooms and some spaces and platforms that you're like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Meet a need.
Meet a need,
bro.
Bro, how did you and Tobe get connected?
My wife, my amazing wife.
Yeah.
I got a good wife, dog.
See? You like how I segued into that?
Listen,
I didn't care about Tobe.
I can do I
wanted to give you a chance to come home tonight.
I can do a whole segment talking about my wife.
Yeah.
And the more I talk about it, I'll probably start crying. That's how incredible my wife is, man.
Yeah.
I really, really have a good wife, bro. But I met Tobe through Sean, my wife.
So forget Tobe. How'd you and your wife meet? Let's talk about that for a second.
we really have like a little, I think it's like a little inspiring story.
You see how he leaned back? I finally got him comfortable.
Hey,
he didn't lean back
like a little inspiring story. So anyway, so the trips I think about it is I saw my wife on TV.
Mm-hmm.
She used to travel the country singing with Israel and New Breed. I saw her on TV, and I was sitting with a mentor friend of mine. We on the couch, and I was like, yo, if I could get a wife or a woman like that in my life, I would probably be all right. Mm-hmm. So 7 years later, I'm in Houston, Texas, met my wife. Now, at the time I met my wife, I was not in a place for her to be my wife.
Come on.
But I met my wife at a PJ Morton concert at House of Darion at the time.
Okay, yeah. I remember House of Darion.
House of Darion, and I saw her and I said, yo, that's that girl. Mm-hmm. So I had a friend with me. Right. What are the odds? I had a friend. I was there with like two of my friends. And one of them was like, yo, just go talk to her. And I was like, nah.
I'm an introvert.
Now, here's the thing. I couldn't talk to her because I was in a relationship. But
you'd have totally mismanaged that opportunity.
It just would have been all bad. And if you know my wife, it would have been real bad. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't. I just spoke or whatever. I was like, yo, you are really beautiful. Like she was really beautiful. So here's a crazy thing. Brian Courtney Wilson again started this Wednesday night service at the church that I was working at. St. John's downtown. I love y'all with all my heart. Pastor Rudy. That's who I need. I love y'all. Yeah. He started this Wednesday night service and he said, Dave, I want to get some more singers in. She was one of the singers.
Oh, you was like, sign me up.
It was a wrap. Mm-hmm. My relationship with the other girl already going downhill. Mm-hmm. So we started singing. We had been doing it for a while. Then Brian was like, y'all, let's go eat. So we started going to eat with the group. By this time, I'm not with the chick no more. We started hanging out And then the group started hanging out. Me and Sean started hanging out. And we were sitting in a California pizza kitchen. And I knew that she was my wife.
Mm.
And I said within myself, because
Nothing says love and marriage like California pizza.
Yo.
Kitchen. I'm just saying.
Listen, we used to be there legit like every Wednesday to the point they knew us. They knew us, and they knew to bring us the butter cake. They just knew how this thing was going. So I was sitting at this table and I said, yo, this is my wife. And here's how I knew it was my wife. I tell people all this because I had never been, now my wife is fine, but past that, I had never been fed spiritually and soulishly by a woman before in my life. And I was like, yo, I cannot lose this. Yeah, and I just felt fulfilled. And I didn't know at the time that she was feeling the same thing. I mean, I can say I got the vibes, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that she was thinking like, oh, this might be the one, you know?
Right. You hoping, you know what I'm saying?
So it was one day we were just talking. This time we were at IHOP and she started asking me questions. Questions that typically you ask me, I'm finna politic you because I'm not finna answer these direct. So she started asking me these questions, bro, and I could not politic her. It was so easy for me to be honest with her. And it was in those moments that I felt like God was showing her stuff about me and he was showing me stuff about her. And once we got past that, we was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. So next thing you know, I thought we was in a relationship. Her story is
we gonna have to get her story.
Yo, her story is I was waiting on you to ask me. I was like, people still do that? I was like, people still ask you to go out.
Like I thought we was already together.
We was,
like,
you know what I'm saying? We going
from the
out
butter
every
rolls
week.
and the California pizza kit. Like you don't do that with just anybody.
You don't just eat, I ain't sharing butter cake with everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So yeah. So
ladies, so you know if you get some butter cake,
hey,
just know
listen,
it's special.
It's special.
That's what's up.
It's special. Butter cake is special. So yeah, I proposed to her. We had a celebration at California Pizza Kitchen. Like we got married, man. Now we got a little kid, 5 years old. We got married, honeymooned, pregnant. Praise God.
Come on, praise God. Listen, I'm just saying, man, that's amazing, bro. Yeah. I see the smile. You know, I'm just super excited for you, man. Proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah. And I see how it's not a separate thing for you.
Yeah.
And I know it's that like when you hang around Tobe and you're in that environment too, it's impossible because it's all about family.
Absolutely.
And I love how that's all incorporated into who you are as an artist, as a man. It's not like you don't have it compartmentalized.
Right.
Hey,
right.
This is Dave over here, the artist. This is Dave, the dad, Dave, the husband. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just me.
Yeah. I feel like it's when you do that, it's easy. We big on accountability. Not in my house, just in my community with Tobe, all of us, like you have to be accountable to somebody. Right. So when you start separating stuff, you leaving too many spaces. You're leaving too many spaces to mess yourself up and to kind of fail, you know. So I just try to be open, honest. My wife knows my schedule. She knows she handles my schedule.
Come on.
To the point to where I definitely try to keep her included in everything because I don't want to set myself up for those traps. That I've watched so many people fall in.
Yeah.
You know,
especially as an introvert, you know, the enemy wants to get us alone.
Yeah.
You know, because that's where you're more vulnerable.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, absolutely. I'll do this, man, because I know we both got to kind of wrap up and burn off. I just got like 2 more things, dog. And I know I would get crucified if I didn't ask this. I love the covers you've been doing.
Yes.
Your stuff is amazing. And the songs that you write and produce are phenomenal. I love it when you hit some of these covers, dog. What's your favorite thing to sing? I know you get asked and you get told and you get requested to do this and that, but if you are at home in the shower, I don't know why is the shower the place to sing? But if you're at home in the shower by yourself, like what's your favorite thing? Because I as a guitar player, I got things that my fingers just naturally go to. I got certain records that I just naturally love to blend and scratch, you know.
Bruh, I don't have a favorite thing to sing, and I don't sing in the shower. So for me, it's my favorite thing to sing is seasonal. It's moment by moment. Like what moment I'm in, what's feeding me at that space and that time right now. I don't know that it's a favorite thing to sing, but
It's your vibe though.
It's my vibe.
Yeah.
And that's I don't even know if I can pronounce this man's name right. Lyso,
Hmm.
Lasso or something. My bad if I'm jacking that up, but just what he gives off
Yeah.
is what. And I'm in the creative space right now because we're
Oh
working
man.
on music. So
Yeah.
that's kind of
You're
like,
consuming a lot
yeah,
of different.
yeah. So
Mhm.
so yeah, so for me, I don't have. I used to try to tell people I had a favorite song, but I don't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't have a favorite song, bro.
So I know that that's a very convoluted question. I get it, and I should have known that as a DJ because when people ask me that, it's hard.
Yeah,
I have songs for moments.
yeah,
You know, I have songs for when I'm feeling romantic.
yeah,
I have certain vibes when I'm hyped, when I go to the gym.
yeah,
I've got, certain songs when I'm, when I want to cry.
yeah.
I know how to make myself cry. I ain't look,
I
listen.
know how to put this on.
I know how to put. I
Yeah,
know this mug right here
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah,
gonna do it every
yeah,
time. Or I have songs when I'm out, like when I'm performing. I
yeah,
know this record. It may not even be my favorite record, but I love the reaction
yeah.
that it gets. Right? Like I know when I drop this
Yeah,
joint, the crowd gonna go
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
I'm gonna turn the song off. They gonna sing it with me. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the moments, dog. So I get it.
yeah,
I get it. I get
yeah,
it. I get it.
yeah.
Tell me this. I had somebody ask me just recently, like, what's your mission? They literally asked me, do you have a mission statement for your life?
Man,
Because I've built a couple of businesses on my own. I've coached and consulted with a lot of entrepreneurs. And I always tell them,
yeah,
what's your mission? What's your vision? Give me some core
yeah,
values. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But this was the first time somebody posed it to me as a human. I'm still working on it.
Okay,
But
that's
I'll tell you
fair.
this though.
Very
I
fair.
have some verses.
Yep,
I have my core values and I have a statement, and it would simply be love God, love people.
yep.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Got you.
And Jesus said it, love the Lord your God with all your heart, your
Yeah,
mind, soul, your body, and strength, and love your neighbor
yeah,
as yourself. I'm real big on Matthew 6:33,
yeah.
seek first the kingdom of God and all
Come
its
on.
righteousness.
Yeah,
So those are some of my guiding, like my compass, if
yeah,
you will. When I
yeah.
get off track, I'm like that kind of keeps me,
Bro,
right?
absolutely.
Because, like we tend to,
It's funny that you saying that because I just had to reevaluate, not necessarily reevaluate, but come back.
yeah.
Because in the land of covers, it's easy to kind of be like,
Mm.
this is what I know people want to hear. This song is popular right now. Let me sing it.
Mhm.
Instagram go love this. You know what I'm
Oh, for
saying?
sure.
But it's easy to take you away from what it is that you're called to do.
Yeah.
My mission, if I can sum it up in a line, is to provide a space and an atmosphere for healing. That is what I am very certain that I'm called to do. And it doesn't always look popular. It doesn't always seem like, yo, God, I don't know if everybody want that, but I'm very convinced that everybody needs some type of healing in their life.
Yeah.
So that's my mission, bro,
Mhm.
is to provide that space and that atmosphere for people to reflect, consider, um, and just heal.
Mm. Mm.
That's my mission.
Man.
That's my mission.
What does that look like for you? Because you couldn't arrive at that mission for somebody else
Hmm.
if you hadn't already strategically and intentionally created that space for yourself.
Bro.
Sorry, bro. You know I was gonna ask how. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't get deep on me.
Bruh.
If there's anything folks know about me is I'm going to ask how. Like that's just me because when I go
Man.
home, I need to know how to do this. I was like that in college. I was like that with my mentors.
Yeah.
Don't just tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I need you to show me how to do it. My bad, dog.
No.
I love you, bro.
That's take this question and answer this hard question.
You know what I'm saying?
It's really not. I think it's more than anything, it's just a vulnerable question.
Yeah.
So it was hitting the floor, hitting the rock bottom, failing at so many things to where you understood, yo, I need some help. I need some help because left alone to my own devices, to my own self, like I have been doing and have been for years of my life,
Mm-hmm.
masking it by church, being a church boy, um, and learning how to get the applause of people.
Oh yeah.
It's a learned behavior,
It is.
and it's a very, very dangerous ground
Yeah.
because when you living for the applause of the people, you do what's necessary to get it.
And when you learn how to do it, you realize it's actually very easy
It's
to do.
very easy to do.
All I gotta do is say this, do this,
Bro.
and it becomes a formula almost.
Yes. Yes. And you're always the good guy. And you're always the guy that, oh, David wouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, David did do that. You just don't know about it because I've learned how to mask it.
We talking about you and me? Because I
I'm
feel like you're talking about me right now,
I'm
dog.
sorry that both our name is David.
Listen,
But the Davids, listen.
we both invented.
Bro, so once I started realizing, dog, you a mess, I had to seek how to clean myself up. Not necessarily clean myself up, but how to allow God to clean me up. So for me, sitting in a space of healing was, of course, prayer, the Word of God, off top. But I had to seek therapy, and I had to seek accountability, and I had to seek mentorship. Like, that's what I mean when I say developing the community. These are things that I intentionally had to do. Yeah. And I understand any garden unkept, weeds will grow. I understand that. So in my life, my garden was unkept. My mind, my heart was unkept. So weeds grew. So I found myself failing in spaces that were not good spaces to be falling in. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to get that help. And I did it. So I sought that. So for me, sitting in the spaces of talking to somebody, becoming vulnerable and sharing my story, my life, I did this. Yep, he's that. I was going to say, I'm sorry, I don't know what I can say. He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's that dude that did that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, man. So that was the healing space for me. Mm-hmm. It was apart from music. So most people ask me all the time, like, what do you like? Somebody asked me one time, like, when you pray, what kind of prayer music do you listen to? I don't listen to music with lyrics.
I love it. Yeah.
I don't listen to music with lyrics because I need the stillness. Yeah. I need the silence because once I've said what I had to say, I need to be able to hear back what he has to say. So I need the space. Like, as a singer, as a musician, like, the words, I'm listening to that.
Sure.
You know, and I'm listening, like, in my car, it's cool. But when I'm in prayer, bro, I just need the moment.
Yeah.
I just need the
Somebody once said that lies are loud.
Yeah.
But the truth is often very, very quiet.
Man.
And God speaks to us in those still, silent moments.
And what's crazy is the way of the world now. I know we got to be done, but the way of the world now is loud. Mm-hmm. Everything is loud. Social media is loud. Everybody can speak now. Oh. Everybody can talk and be heard. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And be heard. So much so the truth is often. You got to search for it. You got to go find the truth now. Yeah. Like, it's not in your face no more. It's not that present. And we had a pandemic, so people ain't really showing up at churches no more. Like, now it's online, but the reality is you're looking at it online, but you're still scrolling on Instagram while you're looking at it online. Like, it's loud. Mm-hmm. It's loud. So being able to find those quiet places to get the truth is a missing art form now. It's a missing art form, and it's very, very vital, man, that we get back to it. Mm-hmm. So so that's what it is. You helped me sum up my answer. My answer is I had to seek the truth. Yeah. The truth in who I was, the truth in who I had become, so that I could better be a better father, a better husband, a better man. You know. So yeah.
Well, I for one am grateful that you did the work.
Man, thank you. I'm doing the work.
I'm doing that. You're doing the work. Yeah. I often refer to alignment like those old AM, FM radios. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're trying to find the signal. And oftentimes we get the static and we got to kind of like turn it. No, a lot of my young listeners may not know what I'm talking about.
Turn down
but
the noise,
you got to you got to shift and keep moving. Yeah. And sometimes you got to do it again when you drive further away from the signal. And you got to shift. It's not just to set it and you're done.
Dave, you might have missed your call, dog. You might be a preacher.
Dog, don't you say it too,
You might be a preacher out here,
bro. We gonna edit that part out. I'm Jonah in this thing right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just chill in the belly of this fish for a little bit longer.
It's facts, man.
But no, man, I think, just sitting with folks like yourself, who are vulnerable enough to share their story because you know that it's going to impact somebody else. I truly believe that this platform and my mission is to literally live up to the verse where it says, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony.
Absolutely.
And so by us sharing our testimonies, not only do we overcome, but others do as well.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate what you're doing for the culture, man. I appreciate what you're doing for the world. Period. So yeah, bro. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, it is what it is, dog. I could not do this without having another David come
Come
through.
on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
But do me a favor before we bounce, dog. Go ahead and let everybody know who might not already be following you. I'm pretty sure everybody already following you, dog. But make sure they know where to follow you at. I think I have to do that. Like
Yo.
that's something we supposed to do at the end of these.
I guess.
Listen,
dog. I don't know, man. Yeah, listen. My name. Just follow. It's weird now that you said, you have to do this. I guess. Yeah. So Instagram is David Michael Wyatt.
Man, Google him.
Like,
I'm just saying, like
I'm Googleable.
Like he gets stopped at the airport. All right, I'm just saying.
Man, please. That's nothing. Thank you, but that's.
Nah, man, but I do appreciate everybody for always rocking with us, man. Hopefully you've heard something today that has encouraged you to keep going. Don't quit. Don't stop. Keep going. There's hope. There's love. There's peace. There's joy. And we're proof of that.
Absolutely.
And so, man, there you have it. We done broke down the breakthrough with the one and only David Michael Wyatt.
Man,
it's going down, baby.
Appreciate you, bro.
See y'all next time.